Hey, mathematics. Hey, boo. Hope you had a good day. Damn. Y'all, TY going live at 6:30. Oh, God. This dude still speaking on. What? Hold on. Y'all, I didn't realize. Hold on. Let me play this first. Let me play this first. Y'all, why didn't y'all tell me they got Derek Chauvin? They got him.
Breaking story overnight. Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering Floyd, attacked in federal prison. And
Hold on 1 second, now. Hold on. Hey, everybody. Hey, Elohim child. Hey, boo. Scoot it over. Oh, sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hope everybody had a great day. Child, these folks stay. Oh, God. That little nigga still over there talking about me. Pinocchio still talking about TY. You heard Elohim? I didn't know about it. They say he got stabbed like 22 times in jail. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Ha. My question is, why is George Zimmerman still walking around untouched? And he's out in public. Why is he still walking around? Really? Elohim child by Mexican mafia. Wow. I didn't even realize Derek Chauvin had did an interview talking about he shouldn't be in jail. Like, well, I could understand him not wanting to be in jail, but for him to like still try to justify what he did, it's crazy. Okay, okay, Elohim child. George Zimmerman is still walking around. Okay.
Police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd, attacked in a federal prison, and he was seriously injured.
Hey, El Capone. Hey, boo. 22 is my favorite number. Yeah, he got stabbed 22 times. Hey, Worldwide. Hey, boo. Dipple guy.
ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more on this story. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Hey, Gio, good morning. George Floyd's death obviously rocked the country in 2020, sparking nationwide protests about police brutality and race relations. And now sources say the man at the center of it all, found guilty of murdering Floyd, is in the hospital. This morning, sources tell ABC News Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murdering George Floyd by kneeling on his neck, sparking massive civil rights protests, is now in the hospital with serious injuries after getting stabbed by another inmate.
The court commits you to the custody of the Commissioner of Corrections for a period of 270 months.
47-year-old Chauvin is serving out his 21-year federal sentence for violating Floyd's civil rights and a 22-and-a-half-year state sentence for second-degree murder at this medium-security federal correctional facility in Tucson, Arizona. Back in August, officials moved him there from this maximum-security Minnesota state prison, where he was mainly kept in solitary confinement largely for his own protection. The Bureau of Prisons only revealing an incarcerated individual was assaulted at the Federal Correctional Institution, Tucson, yesterday. In a recent documentary called The Fall of Minneapolis, Chauvin spoke to the media for the first time, calling the trial and sentencing a sham, claiming his use of his knee on Floyd's neck was part of his police training manual.
In fact, I'm looking at it right now. 5-316, maximum restraint technique, right in their written policy manual.
And sources say Chauvin is, as of now, in stable condition and is expected to survive, but we have not heard back from his attorney or the prison.
Hi, everyone. George Stephan.
So, excuse me, y'all. He got stabbed 22 times after being taken out of solitary confinement and moved to a different prison. Oh, well. He should be thankful that he is still fucking alive. Really and truly. Hold on now. This is the reaction of that story by Fox Soul.
Yeah, we have an update on the Derek Chauvin stabbing case.
Hey, Wilty.
Last week, we reported that Derek was rushed to the hospital after an attack from an inmate. Well, it's now been reported that the inmate stabbed Derek 22 times and will be charged with attempted murder. Any thoughts on this update? Q?
All lives matter, and there are good people on both sides.
I totally agree. And I'm sure if he just would have complied to whatever the guy was saying, he would be alive with us today.
He'd be totally fine. All he had to do was comply.
He was stabbed how many times?
22. Not enough.
They were saying they said it was a catch.
He said not enough. Damn.
"22" on social media. I think that's funny. Y'all don't have to laugh. That's funny to me. Al, what do you think about this?
Okay, I must have been drinking too much champagne. Don't judge me, everybody. But to me, this is additional justice. This is additional justice that we got because we don't usually get justice. What he did to George Floyd was wrong. How he killed him was wrong. Why he killed him was wrong. And if we want to take it a step further, when I say additional justice, we get additional justice for Trayvon Martin because we didn't get no justice there. This is additional justice as far as I'm concerned. Judge me if you like, but that's how I feel.
I just wonder if it's like I hope it's not fake news, because like he just was denied a second time of trying to get out, right? Or trying to get parole, whatever. He's been trying to get out. He keeps getting denied. And so I'm wondering, like, did he really get stabbed? Is this a story to?
Yeah, no, he got stabbed, and they're moving him out of general population. And
have you seen any pictures of him though? Have you seen any pictures?
They're not releasing the pictures, but allegedly, the man that did the stabbing is a part of the Mexican mafia. Now, if you see a picture of the man, you notice that clearly he's not Mexican. I didn't know this. Did you guys know that you can be a part of the Mexican mafia and not be Mexican? Very interesting.
No.
But this is a growing story, and the pictures are coming out, Claudia, so keep your eyes open.
It's very much possible because I'm a rich white woman, so I do understand how it could happen. But MT69 said, who was the man that stabbed him so I can put money on his books?
Right. And then like the fact that a black guy in the Mexican mafia, and then they did it on Black Friday. I don't know.
No, he's not a black guy. He's not black.
Well, he's
the Mexican mafia. One thing I haven't seen in the Mexican mafia is a black person. I can say I've yet to see a black person in Mexican mafia, but this guy looks like he could probably be European of some sorts or white. But yeah, he's definitely not black.
So a Mexican guy, a guy in the Mexican mafia who's supposed to get out in another year or so on Black Friday.
He had 30 years. He's
gonna kill, and for us, for black people, make a statement on Black Friday. It just sounds like a Tubi movie. I don't know. I don't know. I'm side eyeing it.
I don't know. Hold on, y'all. I hope it is true. I really do. I'm sorry, y'all. I do have home training. Hey, gangs and reps. You want to take me on a date? Let's do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't speak. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Boo. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Angelo. Hey, Boo. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Boop. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, only 22. Only 22. Hey, Fax. Hey, Boop. What you mean there's a new rule? What's the new rule? Hey, SP. Hey, Boop. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I want to move on to oh God, did y'all see Hassan on Vlad? Did y'all see Hassan Campbell on Vlad? What did y'all think about that? Because if he really got shot, then I feel like he should be making I don't blame him for making rounds and getting more attention if he really got shot. But based on what I've been hearing, he has a history of complaining about Vlad being a culture vulture. So a lot of people are like, he's being a hypocrite for going on. But hell, if you got fucking shot, they're saying he sold his soul. He walked through the door. I mean, does he? Let's listen to it, y'all. Speed it up. I'm gonna speed it up, y'all.
All right, here we go. Today we have one of the most controversial figures on the internet, Hassan Campbell. Welcome to VladTV. Finally. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I want to get to your whole story, but before I do, something very serious happened recently, so I want to cover that. So, what exactly happened in the Bronx?
Yo, why he shaped like that? It's like I just want him to sit up or something. It looks like it hurts.
About a week ago or so.
Well, I found myself in a very, very depressed state. I was in a house. I was actually like going over to Cassie in the P. Diddy situation.
Hey, so Dope Live. Happy Wednesday.
And it took me back to a bad place with the Africa Bambaataa story. So for me, after drinking all night, like literally all night, I found myself in Bronx River, setting up my camera and just venting. Like, I really pretty much was just letting off some steam because I feel like the elders in Bronx River Projects failed me. So I went back to the original place of where my pain started, which was Bronx River Projects.
Hey, Allah Josie, freak of the week. Yes, this is the Albino Frog. I want him to sit up straight. I really do.
The home of Africa Bambaataa, the home of myself. And in the process of that, I already had some tension with the neighborhood. So with me calling dudes out and just, my brain was like in suicide mode. I'm outside in the middle of the projects, nothing to protect myself but a pocket knife. And I'm in the lion's den where there's nothing but shooters, calling out the shooters, and they came outside and they shot. And I felt myself hop, skipping, and jumping to the hospital. You know, once that bullet hit me, my brain went to survival mode.
Okay, so let's talk about what led up to this. So you went out to the Bronx River Projects, like you said, where you're from, and you had your friend, Mr. Checkmate, with you, right?
No, he wasn't with me.
Oh, he was.
What happened was he spoke to me on the phone before I got over there, and he heard the state that I was in. So what he did was immediately, once he heard where I was going, he was in a house. He had a stomach virus. He was throwing up. He had diarrhea. So he just ran out of the house and made his way over there immediately. And, you know, so now I'm on the camera. I'm looking at my camera. And at some point, I remember him coming up the side of me, and he's like, yo, let's get out of here. And I'm still yelling at the camera. So he pointed in the direction of the shooters. And I looked and I faced them. And that's when it hit the fan.
Okay, so I saw the video. Mm-hmm. So you're in front of the projects, and
So his sick friend saw that he was going down there. Eventually came, and see, I didn't see anybody else during the actual live video. Like I didn't see anybody else or didn't even hear anybody else to the side. Like I know, like some guy walked up behind him. Hold on. Was somebody else there? Because I remember him turning around looking. And I wasn't sure if somebody had actually told him to like turn around or if the character is what makes YouTube flourish. Right, definitely characters. But it's just the inconsistency for me. But I guess entertainment. But if this dude really got shot, okay, so it was somebody off camera. So he got shot, packed his camera up, and left. Look. And then he's going to say later on that he didn't realize that the camera was on when he was in the car.
Have your phone set up, and you're screaming, and you're really upset. And at some point, did someone throw a bottle at you?
Yes. Somebody was throwing a bottle out the window, threw a few bottles. And see, now that's how you know I wasn't in my right frame of mind, because the way the bottle hit the floor, if that would have hit my brain, I
okay, mathematics.
Stay coming from the higher up floors.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm yelling.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know somebody drove him to the hospital, But I didn't realize somebody was there on the side, like when he was actually, yelling and stuff. But
So you're in front of the projects and you have your phone set up and you're screaming and you're really upset. And at some point, did someone throw a bottle at you?
Yes. Somebody was throwing a bottle out the window, threw a few bottles. And see, now that's how you know I wasn't in my right frame of mind, because the way the bottle hit the floor, if that would have hit my brain, I probably would have been in a vegetable state coming from them high up floors. So now I'm yelling, there's bottles flying at my head, and I'm not budging.
He said that would have hit my brain.
And I'm like, kind of saying, come outside. Don't throw the bottle, come outside. So, as the bottles is being thrown, distracting me, the shooters is creeping up the hill. So now this is where checkmate comes in, and he sees me, and he makes me turn and look. I looks into the direction. So now the bottles being thrown rather at me. Now I turn away from that. Now I'm actually seeing the shooters come up. So when they see me and they see him the way he was positioned, the way I'm positioned, from my reputation, they pretty much thought I had a gun on me. So they was hesitant to actually walk up. So what they did was they shot at me from halfway through the projects, like the top of the hill.
Okay.
Still trying to act gangster from his reputation. So it wasn't even the people throwing the bottles. This is like two different. Well, I know he said it was two people that shot. At least one person throwing a bottle. These are like two different groups of people attacking. You should have stayed your ass at home.
And like I said, I watched the video, and you were talking really reckless leading up to the situation, just to be fair. Okay. You were like, I'm going to go out.
Hey, Avatar.
Step outside. I don't give a fuck who got a problem. I'm here. I'll stab your ass to death. I'll throw your mother down a flight of stairs. I'll kill everybody. I dare you, etc., etc. Is that accurate?
Hey, Absolutely.
Okay. So when you were yelling this, were you yelling this at the guys throwing the bottles at you, or the guys that were approaching you?
Well, I didn't see the guys approaching me, but for the most part, in my mind, I was like, to be honest with you, it was like I was in a suicide state. I was in a suicidal state of mind in that state, not in the state that I'm in now. The alcohol took me to a dark place of me being molested and me just going through all of the emotions of the people in Bronx River abandoning me, never standing by me, never speaking up in a situation. Like, because we gonna get into how Bronx River is like Africa Bambaataa was the boogeyman and the hero at the same time, and everybody used to whisper, "Keep your kids away."
Okay, and see, this is my thing too. I can understand you. According to you, allegedly you're going through trauma. But at what point in time do you really address that? Because you're like capitalizing off of this. And, if you did get shot again, you're a YouTuber. I can understand you going to Vlad if you got an opportunity. You look like a hypocrite, especially if you stand on some pro-black stuff or, really wanting to help the community. This is a YouTube nigga. This is a YouTube nigga. I'm trying to process this, y'all, and be like fair and like think from both sides, because I don't want to minimize trauma, but at the same time, this is some YouTube nigga shit. It really and truly is. He's probably, in a crazy way, he's probably glad he got shot. It's crazy to say, but he's probably glad he got shot, because this is like garnering him a lot of attention. Y'all think that he would, okay, this is crazy. Y'all think that he would actually maybe have somebody, I don't know, it sounds crazy. Y'all think that he would have somebody shoot him just to be at this place right now he's in? Because that's some YouTube nigga shit. Hell, we got one fool in this sector who got beat up on camera during a fake fight. I mean, but shooting is something different. But he got shot in the arm. I don't know. And then he was like, what was the catalyst of, I guess him having the meltdown. He did mention before, not in this video. He mentioned before something about his mama. And I can understand having a lost one is tough. It's especially during the holidays. But then what he mentioned during his Vlad interview was the Cassie Diddy thing kind of set him off. What? Oh, so one of the most trending stories at that time set you off. Oh, convenient. Convenient. Again, I don't know too much about this dude's history. I don't follow him. But from what I have gathered, he does a lot of stuff for attention. And if you've been struggling with this alleged sexual abuse for so long, have you tried to get counseling for it? Or are you going to use your trauma to continue to lash out and because other people who have been through trauma are like seeing you, right? And I'm pretty sure it would benefit them to see somebody that they watch who been through a traumatic event. It would benefit them and you to see you actually get some kind of treatment, real treatment. But part of me believes that you're not interested in healing or any kind of treatment. It's content for you.
From them, but they used to see kids with them and wouldn't snatch those kids away from them.
Let me go back.
Okay.
Now, the alcohol took me to a dark place of me being molested and me just going through all of the emotions of the people in Bronx River abandoning me, never standing by me, never speaking up in a situation. Like, because we gonna get into how Bronx River is like Africa Bambaataa was the boogeyman and the hero at the same time. And everybody used to whisper, keep your kids away from them, but they used to see kids with them and wouldn't snatch those kids away.
Thank you for the cash out, Boop. I appreciate you.
From them. Okay, so you're yelling at the dudes at the,
what happened?
in the building. They're throwing the bottles, and you're daring them to come down and threatening to kill everyone and so forth. The guys start to approach you. Do you know who these guys are?
They had masks on.
Oh, they had masks on. Okay, and they shoot you while you're standing there, or when you're actually.
I'm sorry, y'all wasn't looking at the chat. Hey, hey, Cozy. Hey, Boop. Hold on, Asatar, hold on. I'm gonna see what you're talking about.
While I'm standing there. See, that's the crazy part about YouTube, because everybody felt like that was edited. When they actually started pulling the guns out, for somehow YouTube just froze that whole part out during the live, and then it continued on when I got back in the car. I can't explain that. YouTube have to explain that one.
Right, because the shooting part you're talking about is not actually on video.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And was it 2 shots?
I believe it was on 4, but the police only recovered 2 shells.
Okay. So 4 shots get fired. You get hit in the shoulder?
Right here. And the bullet traveled to my back over here, and that's where it was taken out at.
Okay. Have you ever been shot before?
Yeah, I've been shot prior to this. So when I was shot in the year 2000, I was shot before. And when I got to the hospital, when they did the x-rays, they was kind of confused because there was, more than one bullet. I actually had bullets in me, so yeah.
Okay. So you've gotten shot before, so you've been through this situation somewhat.
Yes.
So once you get shot and you got your man with you, what happens to the shooters? Do they run off, or do they want to finish the job?
Well, after the shooter shot, it was 2 guys, 1 gun. Unless the other one didn't pull his gun out, they started passing the gun back and forth. And once I seen that, I'm like thinking to myself, like, look at these clowns.
What? Yeah, I've never been in these streets, right? I'm I've never been in these streets. So but is that the way things usually work? People be folks be passing guns? Like during an actual shooting, like they just pass it back and forth and like, it's your turn, like a hot potato. You try now, give me a turn. Is that the way it works? I mean, let me know, because I mean, maybe I'm I'm naive. Maybe I just don't know. But that's okay. Okay, so Fact said, "Oh my God, he worse than Armando." Outlaw Justice said, "Get your lies together before the interview." Astor said, "One gun, two shooters, passing it back and forth." Astor said, "Hell no, that's not how it works. Broke boys be looking for bullets." What? So Outlaw was saying that. Hold on. So okay, what? So okay, if it's broke boys, that means that they're probably getting paid for it, right? Whoever paid them didn't provide them with two guns. I mean, even Django said, "I count two guns, nigga." Okay.
That's all I could think to myself. Like they said, they sent amateurs. These dudes couldn't even finish the job. You walking up on a dude that's 47 years old, fat, intoxicated, and screaming at the camera, ain't even looking, and you shoot from halfway down the block and don't even finish the job. Like amateurs.
Amateurs. So okay. Now that was part one. You know how Vlad be releasing stuff in pieces, bits and pieces. So after this, I'm gonna play part two.
I personally didn't even have no respect for them. I mean, this is supposed to be Bronx River here, the notorious Bronx River projects.
What? Okay. Here's part two, y'all.
Okay, so you get shot, and then what? You jump in your car, your man's car. Like, what happens next?
Well, I jumped in my car, and started going straight to the hospital.
All right. So you show up at the hospital bleeding. Did you think it was possibly worse than what it was? Did you think like, yo, I might die at this point? That the bullets are going to travel? Something.
Absolutely, because my whole thing was, I guess when the bullets stopped, it stopped like in my back area, like close, I guess where the lungs is at or whatever the case may be, not too far from the heart. Those are major arteries where it stopped at.
Okay.
But it was more or less close to the skin. So me not knowing, but I could feel the pain. I actually thought that I was hit twice. Because I know it went in here, but because it traveled, that's why I thought I was hit twice. So the first thing.
And that's my thing. Okay, so if his friend did do it, like that's close to the heart though. So damn.
I was thinking is like, is my lungs going to collapse? And will I be, I'm just in panic mode now, in flight mode, in survival mode.
Okay, so you guys jump in your car and go to the hospital, and you're still live streaming some of the stuff on tap.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was actually trying to turn it off.
Okay. You get to the hospital, and they immediately operate on you?
I get to the hospital. They cut the clothes off, stop the bleeding, start cleaning the wound, and I didn't get the surgery until the next day.
Oh, so you had a bullet in you for a whole day?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the pain like during that time?
Pure hell.
Okay. And they finally do the operation, and they pull the bullet out, and you actually showed it, on your YouTube video.
Yeah. See, a lot of people didn't understand, they're like, how he get the bullet? Because the nurse came in and took it out. She had the bag ready, but before she could actually do the surgery, when she was done, that's when the police officer he comes, he retrieves the bullet, and they takes it away. But before he took the bullet away, I actually got a chance to actually look at it. I was actually trying to figure out what caliber it was, but I wasn't sure.
Right, because that point is evidence.
Again, I'm not street. And I know you don't have to be street to be shot. But Is that the way it worked? I mean, like, why wouldn't they automatically like operate? Shouldn't that be like immediate? I don't know. I'm asking for real. I'm not being facetious. Shouldn't that be like an automatic surgery? Isn't that like life threatening? You clean a wound, but don't you need to like get inside and see? Or maybe I don't know. Maybe they need to see exactly what's going on. I don't know. I'll be like, you ain't gonna get this shit out of me. Because they did end up doing surgery and taking the. He's in pain. He said it felt like hell. Why wouldn't there be like an immediate surgery though? Or is it different if there's like an area where there's a lot of gun violence? I guess I don't know, but humans are humans, right? Let me see what y'all were saying. We were recycling bullets in 2024. Recycling. Just use logic. If it don't sound right, it ain't right. You don't have to be from the streets to recognize tomfoolery. Not tomfoolery. I mean, but I want to be. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't fucking know. So that's why I'm asking. SP, time ain't that rough. I'll hit a gun show in a second. Come out with at least 3. SP say times are tough. Criminals have to share weapons now. God. I'm not believing niggas passing one gun between 2. Why would they do that? Right. And the fact that this is complete satire. Look, I'm trying to process this, y'all. And I just want to be open to it because it's some stuff I don't know.
Yes. Okay. And some people are saying that this whole thing is fake, it's all staged, but there's an actual police report, there's an actual bullet, you're actually in the hospital. I'm sure if I asked you to take your shirt off, you can show me the wound. I'm not going to ask you to do that. But I didn't see this as bullshit at all. I saw this as, okay, this is a serious situation.
Very serious. Very, very serious to the point to where that, it became a game of it's not real instead of, okay, what could we actually do to figure out how to, heal this brother or help this brother? What's the problem? Nobody wants to get.
At what point in time, you a grown man? At what point you know that you need healing? Because some people won't even recognize that. So you acknowledge the fact that you need healing. You waiting on everybody else to do it. Or so you say. And that's when people start to look at you like, okay, this is a YouTube. He's using alleged trauma for YouTube views. What can anybody else do? What can everybody else do? I mean, what do you want people to do? Do you want people to schedule your appointment, hold your hand, and take you there? You're a grown ass man. When it comes down to it, if you know you need healing, and you put yourself in situations allegedly that almost like took your life, why are you waiting on it? Why is it everybody else's job? It's not like you don't know. You identified your own needs. You know you need healing, so what are you going to do? And something tells me nothing, because it's alleged trauma you're benefiting from. And that's horrible, because I know it's people. I'm telling you, I know it's people who probably, were, more interested or supportive or wanted to listen to him because they've been through sex abuse, or they want to help victims. So to see you like respond like this is what I'm talking about. These grifters, y'all. These fucking grifters. When he went live after he got out the hospital, I saw so many people being supportive of him. You can't tell me he doesn't have people actually there and encouraging and believing him, wanting him to heal. But he wants to stay in this space of the alleged trauma because it benefits him financially. And I'm pretty sure the attention, he likes the attention too. That's crazy.
Down to the root of the problem. The police, it's not real. Instead of, okay, what could we actually do to figure out how to, heal this brother or help this brother? What's the problem? Nobody wants to get down to the root of the problem.
The police come in, and do you cooperate at that point?
Absolutely not. The police came in. They asked me who shot me. I said they had masks on with badges. They got pissed off. They came back, asked me some questions or whatever the case may be, and I made it clear to them I'm not testifying. That's not my thing.
I mean, two people that you probably don't know just try to kill you. You guys were involved in a crime together. I don't personally consider the snitching from my point of view. You're a victim at this point. You're not, you guys didn't go, there's not a drug deal gone bad or something of that sort. Like, you're just literally, there is some fault, obviously, in your, from you as well. You're sitting there wilding out.
Oh my God, shut up, Vlad. Get up. Yeah, this is the same dude who said that if black people get reparations, it should be in the form of tuitions, college tuitions. First of all, why the fuck are you even speaking on how reparations should go? Second of all, everybody isn't made for college. Anywho, I digress.
That sort. Like, you're just literally, there is some fault, obviously, in your, from you as well. You're sitting there wilding out and causing a ruckus, but you're not posing a threat to anybody at that point. And ultimately, two guys come and they're aggressive towards you and you end up getting shot. I don't personally see a problem in cooperating. But why do you see a problem with that?
Well, first and foremost, I lived that life, for many, many years out of my life in the past. So for me to dish it out and not be able to take it, if you can dish it out, you should be able to take it. I've dished it out plenty of times. Now I got to take it. I got to hold that. That's what warriors do.
Warriors. If you don't sit your corny ass down somewhere, y'all, this shit is so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Hold on. Damn, everybody talking about him. I can't even fucking find his page. Here you go.
Struggle had to make a way. Community. Ain't nothing funny about this.
Okay, so this is the live. I'm not playing this whole thing, but this is the live that he did after he got out of the hospital. And again, he's sure to put P. Diddy and Cassie in the title because it's a trending topic. The name of it. Now this was like November 23rd. No, this was on Thanksgiving. I remember. The aftermath. Retaliation is a must. P. Diddy, Cassie, the music industry. Okay.
The difference. You can watch and you can see the difference in the person when there's alcohol in them. That nigga that y'all seen outside was a broken version of me. That was me on a suicide mission. My mind wasn't even right. I left outside the house early in the morning after drinking all night on an empty stomach, and that alcohol took me to a deep, dark place of depression. Some people sit up there and say, Yo, why you ain't? I just watched the clown nigga that I don't even watch. I just searched my name, seen the nigga was live. Why you didn't go do that in the suburbs? The suburbs didn't hurt me.
The suburbs.
The suburbs where I live at, we raising children.
What? Those people out there, that you waking up didn't hurt you. If you got hurt. Child, you waking up my grandma. She trying to get her rest before she go to church. She didn't hurt you.
We don't piss in the elevators. We don't shit in the elevators. We don't sell crack to our next door. From niggas in the hood that's selling drugs and think that they're gonna make shit better by giving us free turkeys while they sell crack to our mothers and fathers.
What?
That shit don't go on where I live at.
What?
The people here are good working people who raise their children.
What?
Who look out for each other.
Just in case you don't know, there are more child molesters in the suburbs than anywhere. I mean, since you know that was the trauma that you experienced, there are more fucking child molesters in predominantly white places than the black places. But go ahead. You want to be mad at Bronx? You want to be mad at the whole Bronx River? African Bombada, he ain't even there no more. So what do you want these people? You gonna hold somebody else accountable for something they had nothing to do with? Like, no, this shit's stupid.
Okay, but don't ask me why I went back to Bronx. You want to ask me why I went back to Bronx River? You know the place where all the kids went to the recreation center to do their homework for after school, and then the people that worked in the recreation center, the only one still left now is Norma. What up, Norma? Norma's the only one still left. The people who worked in the center allowed Africa Bambaataa to come in the center and bring little kids upstairs to his apartment, whether it was 1609 or 95, whichever one of those apartments, he was bringing little kids upstairs like lollipops. The community allowed him to do that. The community whispered about how nasty he was and turned a blind eye for multiple children throughout that community and other communities to be touched. So if you want to ask me a question and you want to know why I went back to Bronx River to plead and to cry, because that's the place that hurt me the most.
That's okay, and that's not healthy. If what you're saying is true, that's not healthy. That's not helping you heal. If anything, you ended up more traumatized going back to this place than anything. I mean, at this point, really and truly, I ain't believing none of it. Like, it's more to this story. Like, this is a what Dave Chappelle say? Oh, shyster. This is a fucking shyster. Hey, Hardin. Hardin said no. I think he said Bambaataa was welcomed back with open arms. Oh, who said that? Childhood memories can trigger certain emotions. When I returned to my childhood hometown, I broke down with tears to see how much it changed. Right. Yeah. Childhood memories can definitely trigger emotions. But if you went through something that you've been complaining about and he's mad about that environment, which I'm sure has changed, right? Different people, different situations, a different time. But he's mad. Instead of like dealing with his alleged trauma, he wants to take it out on innocent people. That's not the way it works. I understand him being upset, but at what point in time do you say, okay, I'm a grown man. I have an audience. I have people listening to me. Am I going to continue to spiral? Am I going to continue to live in this trauma over and over again? Or am I going to heal? He's saying that he needs healing. But at what point in time do you take the responsibility and go ahead and heal? If you know it, do it. Obviously, you got the resources. You got people supporting you even over the internet. I'm pretty sure like you got people there by your side supporting you. Hell, this one guy, you said that he got up and he had the fucking shits. He came there to be beside you. It's not like you don't have the support. To me, it seems like he wants to benefit off of this alleged trauma. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Do y'all, because I don't follow him, has he said anything about actually getting any kind of mental health treatment? I mean, actually did it. I'm pretty sure he's talked about it, but has he actually done it? It's not like he's oblivious to it. Some people don't know, but it's not like he's oblivious to it. Has he actually gotten treatment or tried treatment? And if he did he try again? Because every therapist is not the same. Every psychologist isn't the same. You got to find a good fit. And if your fucking alleged trauma leads you to end up getting shot, you need to try again with the real treatment. But again, I think this is all just for YouTube views. And that shit is dangerous. I'm telling you, it's so many people listening to him. Shit is crazy.
So where else was I supposed to go other than Bronx River Projects? JB Too Real, ancestors, Camp Darrell, you fam. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. I'm glad you're all right, brother. Much love to you, G. Stay safe. You're a soldier of change. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Mike Obi, salute.
He's a soldier of change. A soldier of change, y'all. Okay.
Are you in any pain? The way you're lifting both of your arms, you look fine. Glad you're okay. Now, if you notice, I'm leaning towards this way. Yeah, I'm in pain, but I'm not as in as much pain on the pain meds than off the pain meds. I'm most definitely in pain. You know what it's like trying to wipe your ass? See, Muslims, we eat with our right hand and wipe ourselves with our left hand. You know what it's like to try to reach back and wipe your ass with an arm that you couldn't even move? I couldn't even put my hand behind me. I could move it a little bit better. Guys, the people dangerous. Just leave them alone. No, they not. Them niggas is not dangerous. Nigga, let me tell you something. My address is on the internet. My address is on the internet. I didn't go move up in one of my other cribs and late. My nigga, my address is on the internet.
Hold
I'm
on.
not running.
BSL don't fall for the kid game he playing. I think he only played with boys who agreed in the USA, but it was rumored he went overseas and got in trouble. But I didn't hear any other source but Hassan. Oh, okay. Okay, so is he known for being like so he's definitely a monster, right? This African Bambaataa, he's a monster. But yeah, again, you continue to work for him until your late 30s. Let me say this: there are people who are abused, and look, because it's a process. You gotta like groom or whatever. So there are people who like stick around, but late 30s is late 30s. So that sounds like a relationship to me by that time. But again, like I don't want to minimize somebody's because people really go through stuff. So it's a. I think he's full of shit. But still, like there are people who actually go through horrific situations. So I don't want to minimize that, if that makes sense.
Nowhere. I'm just gonna heal up and let my body heal up, and then we'll continue this talk. We'll finish this talk. Believe that. Anybody that know who Poppy is, not the drunk version, not the broke down 47-year-old man that was outside crying, going through a breakdown, where the community, the same community that left me for dead when Africa Bambaataa was molesting me, they saw me out there having a mental breakdown. There's people out there that know who I am.
What?
Still to this day, they didn't come outside and say, "No."
Okay, first, okay, look, okay, but why are you holding everybody else accountable for your? So you wanted them to save you from something that you continue to put yourself in, even in your late 30s? Come on, like, and I hate to be that blunt about it because I understand the psychological part behind it, but you want them to. And if an outlaw, that alone makes me think it was never no underage boys, just young men stepping into adulthood. So right at 18, he was snatching them up. And Hassan is saying that it was like little boys from like the whatever, the after school or the community center. So I'm assuming, yeah, that those have to be children. Now I want to hear more of this story. Like I want to hear like the whole story. Like, hopefully, I'm pretty sure Vlad will get to it with his nose hairs. Now I want to hear his whole story. Mm.
Give that brother a hug. Let's go show that brother some love. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They sat back and watched this shit because it was entertainment, the same way they watched me be molested by African bambaataa. See, they didn't see it, but they knew it was happening. They knew it was happening. They never said nothing. And see, niggas can say whatever they want to say. Braun Strowman can say whatever they want to say about Hassan Campbell. But the reality of it is, I'm the only one in history who ever took it to a big, like, lights, cameras, action, and told the world what this man was doing. And we're going to stop with the bullshit. Peace Stinger was not the first one to come out on African bambaataa. It was me. I came out on Facebook. After I came out on Facebook, Ron Savage did 6 months to come out on the newspaper. So when he came out, he big because he was on the newspaper. And that was...
Hey, Boop. Thank you for coming up. I'm glad you suggested that. Hey. So
I only know, like, I didn't know YouTube was YouTube because I found Hassan for some reason. Like, and I was watching his lives, like, what you call them, the replay shit. So I started like that. So I'm like, and now I look back like, damn, I wasted so much time because it was like, those were lives. So when I really got into his lives, I found a live. I'm like, oh shit, this is dude, but he live right now. You get what I'm saying? And then we used to watch SpongeBob lives too, and that's how I met a lot of people. So that's how I really got into YouTube lives, watching SpongeBob and fucking Hassan Campbell. So when Hassan not live, I swear to God, like, so I would be in the chats, just meeting people and shit. Then that's when I found the dirty section. So you could just ask me whatever, and I could kind of fill you in.
Okay,
what I know.
Okay, so based on like because I'm right now, I want to know what his story is. So, what was he one of those children in the community center? I mean, based on what he's saying, I know that like nobody can confirm nor deny, but based on what he's saying, was he saying that he was one of the kids in that community center who were like taken up to African Bambaataa's room or apartment?
Nah, because Hassan was already a street kid, basically. Let him tell it. He was already kind of like in the streets, and any street kid gonna know kind of like, you know what I'm saying, how to get bread or whatever. And like Hassan wanted to be a rapper. As far as I know, like I do know it's facts. Hassan was on somebody's hip hop cover or some shit, like the diskette shit, you know what I'm saying? I think he was like he was like one of them niggas in the booklets, like one of the extra niggas. You know But he was supposedly, like I'm saying alleged, like this is stuff he said verbatim, non-verbatim, like he was a part of the Zulu Nation and shit as a young kid. Basically, that's what people are saying, what I interpret as him working with Bambaataa since 14. Now, I'm just trying to learn the gap because he said it on tape that he got thied by Bambaataa. But what's the gap?
He got what?
He got thied.
Yeah, what is it? What does that even mean?
This is all pause necessary. I'm gonna just say pause before and after. He basically slit his thing up and down his thighs and his
thighs,
and just nutted on him. He thighed him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's why they say like magic. No, because,
magic thighs and shit. Yeah,
magic thighs. Okay, that's where that comes from. Because I'm like, well, okay,
maybe like Hassan Thigh Campbell and shit like that.
Do you know how old he was at this time, or how? Because Harden is saying his early teens.
This is why I'm gonna compare it to like this. Like this is, I'm not even gonna say no. I'm gonna just say it like this. You know how they'll say an age over here, and it don't really be that age, and they try to lie. You know what I'm saying, to make it younger. So maybe this is the same situation where he's trying to lie and make him seem like he's younger. So I'm not discrediting nobody else. I'm talking about Hassan Campbell. So he say it's 14 when it could be really like 15 or maybe it's 16, right? Or maybe it is 15. Then I'm gonna be like, my question would be like, all right, what's the legal consent? And at that time, I don't know, because I don't know what the law is at that time. It could have still been 18 for all I know. You know what I'm saying? Or
how old? Do you know like? But do you know like how old Africa Bambaataa was at that time? Let me look up his
maybe
age.
his 30s, 40s, because I didn't even like what he kept saying. Whenever I learned it, because when I first found Hassan, I didn't know about all the Bambaataa shit. I found out just keep, and then he'll mention just bam, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to like do some research, and then other niggas was exposing them, and I'm like, I'm gonna go watch this shit, and that's how I found MacMean. And then it's like just a whole dirty section, and I found Shut Up and React, and then just Miss 504. That's how I found her. She was going at Hassan and shit. So we just went over there for the obvious reason, and then she was going at Hassan. So
got you. Okay, so right now he's 66. Do you know how old Hassan is?
Hassan gotta be 40 or 50. He gotta be 40. So that means Hassan was maybe Bambaataa was in his late 40s, 30s, because they had already created hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They like in the hip hop state of mind, because like I studied Bam's music. I didn't know his name like that. I knew him for like the whole group, and that old ass video you can find on YouTube with the fucking pink neon lights all over and everybody going crazy. So like I know him for that Planet Rock shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hassan was born in 76. So how let me see. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's like right when hip hop was kind of really jumping off. You know what I'm saying? So Bambaataa got to be 20 or something at 76, if I'm not wrong.
So he's 47 right now. Bambaataa is, so it's like a 19-year difference. So let's just say 20 years. So
how old was Bam in like the 76? If you can figure that, I can't do it.
Well, I mean, he'll be 19. So it's a 19-year difference. So if let's just say 20. So even
that's
if
what I'm saying, he was 20. They were literally just now finishing hip hop, like right at the 80s. You know what I'm saying? That's when the LL Cool J was kind of like right there at the end of the 70s and 76. You had the Run DMCs and all that shit. So like, all that shit was just like not ending, but they were like prime. They was right in their prime, like right at 76, 80s, going into the 80s. And
so he was like he's a pioneer. Like, would you say he's a pioneer of
like he's the grandfather of hip hop. DJ Kool Herc, all them niggas from the the Barrels and shit, they created hip hop. That's why all the New York niggas got the most beef on YouTube, because it's like they got something on their chest or whatever.
Wow. Okay, so that means that like if Hassan was like 14, 15, this guy was like 34, 35. So even if this is my point, even if it was legal, like how and for you to be amongst somebody who's so important, who's an icon in his own right at that time, still, even if it was the legal age or whatever, that still that presents some power and control over a child, right? If it did happen, allegedly.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? So if it did happen, like that's to me, that's no excuse, because like you have that power control, just like with Diddy and Cassie. He was in his 30s and she was like 19. It might be legal, but still, like, that's still they still have a child's mind. And you're like this great, wonderful person that they're just happy to be around. They want to please, So still, like, that kind of psychology shouldn't be negated. If it happened. My whole thing is right now, though, how do you feel about him being mad at Bronx River? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
I mean, first off, to me, it's just entertainment. But second thoughts, like actually diving in, if I actually cared enough to care. I mean, to me, it's like, bro, you're an adult and you still kind of like, I forgot. Somebody said it on YouTube. I think I said it on your live, but it was just like, you are not responsible for your childhood but you are responsible as an adult to fix it. So like I said, he was already supposedly a street kid, and then he even said himself he was already touched before. So, like Hassan, a different case. I feel like he is kind of he wants his payday, like, and I mean,
Yeah,
that's what he
yeah.
going. I mean, like he going not. This is not to all women, or like he's going because usually only women can do this, and I'm not trying to like.
No, you go
You
ahead.
know what I'm
Speak
saying?
your-
Like, but even what you said, like he was a young kid around this person he wanted to damn near be like, or like at least gain something from, to be, near him. So, and he wasn't the only one, and that's where I got. And then like, cause I think somebody mentioned it's another dude, Ron Savage. They had a whole. They was trying to get a law passed. I don't know if it was a deadline that cut them off, or everybody that wanted to get it passed, they backed out. But it's
Is
like,
that Bee Stinger? Is that the same person?
Bee Stinger, yeah, Bee Stinger.
Okay.
So, and it's like a common thing to where it just sounds like y'all dudes all had different talents. My conspiracy side would go way too deep into it, so we could do that later. But it's like, to me, it's like y'all really wanted to get popping or whatever y'all talent was, and it didn't work because you didn't have it. You didn't have that whatever, or you didn't have a work ethic, whichever one it may be. But it's like, if people say you gotta sell your booty to get in, they was just selling booty, basically. That's all it seemed like to me, So it's kind of like.
And do you think that maybe like and I'm just because this is newer to me. Like I've like heard bits and pieces, but never like really looked into it. Do you think that maybe it's a possibility that he actually like developed feelings for him?
Nah, that's facts. That's true facts. Cause like, I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
Not just like father figure, but like maybe relationship. What like?
I guarantee the way Hassan made it seem like he was his right hand man, and it just. I mean, I don't even like judging dudes like and be like, oh, he this or he that. Because even if I get that thought, I'm not gonna tell you, or I'm gonna just, even if other people are saying it, because like I might make jokes like when we talk about people in this sector, but I'm not gonna just go outright. I might definitely think you'll do that, but it's not too much for me to just say it. If everybody else already saying it, I'm gonna just like, oh, that's definitely happening.
Yeah.
My mind ain't. What is it called? Like I'm not a homophobic. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually looking with my eyes. Everybody, it's like 100 people saying this, so it's like, oh yeah. So with Hassan, this like these niggas over here make short films with they lies. This nigga Hassan makes sequels. Like he got like a Star Wars franchise with all his lies. Like I'm telling you, like it's just so many different. It's just so many different stories. And they collude, and like when he was just talking to Vlad, it sounded like he was talking about two different like time periods or like two different situations. So I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because I think they was explaining with who shot you from upstairs, or was it the people walking up on you, and then Hassan just going to some random rant, and you get confused on what the hell he was talking about because he'll try to like just make random similes to shit. It's like, it's like the rap game. It's like the cereal box game. The biggest box gets the biggest. I don't know, just some random shit, and he'll bring in some statistics. I'm saying that word fucked up. I'm still a little. But like, and you'll get confused. So it's kind of like.
I got you, facts.
He definitely like a wild. He the Joker card out the fucking stack of cards. Like you don't know what the fuck he gonna say, and your original point, you're not gonna remember that shit. So that's why the interviews get longer. So it's really like a debate type, like so.
Like
I don't know. I don't got no personal like to me. Like I said, it's entertainment, and I get to like give my judgment based on what I'm seeing. So
what you seeing, like, right? Okay.
I don't care if he get paid or not get paid because it won't be my money, and hopefully it ain't my taxpayer money. But if we talking really like to the facts, like nigga, we all paying for that shit. If you think about it,
But and this is my thing too. Like more so than him, and that was my issue even with Kwame Brown. Like you have people actually believing in you, right? You got people, and like I said before, people who've probably been through something like that, looking at you. But you're not even like showing them a healthy way to deal with it if it did happen. If you're not gonna be honest, and I heard you like him, him bringing in like different, different things when he's telling the story. Like, why can't you just tell the linear story, right? Why can't you just be like stay on topic and that's a sign of like not being honest, and that's also a sign of you wanting to be a character. You're trying to be entertaining. Are you trying to heal, or are you trying to entertain? Because the two, you can't really intertwine. You know what I'm saying? You can't do you like, and if you try to do that, you're probably gonna end up in a worse way, if it's true, because people are gonna like doubt you. People are gonna clown you. Some people, you're gonna have people trying to support you, but at the same time, like if it doesn't sound credible, there people are gonna call it out. Hey, facts.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Hey,
Oh,
Bo.
I just wanted to, add on to the interview you was reacting to on Vlad. You notice every time Vlad asked him a question, he wouldn't straight out answer the question. He would repeat the question. When people do that, they bind time in their head to think about what they're gonna say. When something like that happen, that's one thing we know about the truth. You don't have to remember the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It flow right out. But notice next time if you listen to that interview he just did, the little boy did, notice how every time, like Vlad will say, well, you said that you were standing there, a bottle came, then the shooters came. He'll say, well, okay, so you saying he'll repeat the same question. So he finds time creating in his head or whatever. The nigga, he ain't making the money that he was once making on YouTube. He was making like 30 racks a month because he used to show his that what is called that when YouTube pay you for the ads and all that shit.
AdSense
Yeah,
check.
he used to show that off and show how much they was paying him, and so people knew he wasn't lying and all that shit. He'd show up. He ain't making that money no more, and a lot of people pulled their support from him, right? So what he trying to do is go viral again. And far as with the thing with Bam, it wasn't no, how can I put it? It wasn't no situation where he was under duress. That nigga was 15 years old when he met Bam, when he started being around Bam, like 15 or 16. So he was at the age where I think he said at 16, he caught a murder. So he knew what was going on. What it was, he was trying to be a rapper. All of them, and everybody from the projects knew that Bam had that song out that they now play at all the cookouts. Rock, rock, planet rock, don't stop. Yeah. So, and he would be in the projects and he would see all them people from Zulu Nation like KRS-One, niggas like EPMD, LL, seeing all these people, Queen Latifah and them pulling up, hollering at Bam and Bam linking them. And he knew at the time Bam was connected to the industry real heavy. So he was like, well, I'm gonna do, and he on top of that he knew Bam like boys. So he figured he used what he got to get what he want. So
you believe it did actually happen, but you think that like he did it with the intention of getting put on.
Yeah,
consensual. It was all consensual.
All of y'all, like homie said, it was all a play, man. Look, his whole life is a play, even up to this day. I believe, he figured, all right, Bam like boys, because you do know how that go. It be shit that people in the neighborhood know, in the streets know, that other people wouldn't know. So everybody knew Bam like boys or whatever. So he figured, he chose up basically how a hoe do a pimp. He chose up looking for the come up to get out them dusty ass projects. And when his rap career ain't launched, I think he was on the album cover, a Tribe Called Quest shit. Like when all them dudes were standing right there, he was one of them. But that's about it. So but by then he was in love with the dick. So now he willingly fucking with the nigga. So now he ain't. It ain't no play no more.
Do you think that might not right now he may be like struggling with like homosexual urges because
that's what I think it is. I think what it is that how can I, if you really look at him when he talk and like when he live on his interviews and videos, just check his mannerisms out. He smacks his lips. He
but he already admitted that though. He even said he be thinking about Bam when he fucking his wife.
What?
Pause. He said, wow. Verbatim, like I'm saying, like he gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? Because like he be having thoughts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he already admitted that.
Yeah. Wow. Look, that shit that happened with the shooting, I believe You know, because niggas, look, people that did it for insurance money, where, you know, the husband to kill a wife,
Mm-hmm.
then shoot himself in the shoulder, flesh wound, and tell the police some intruders came, shot him in the
Mm-hmm.
shoulder, killed the wife. Niggas then did it for hella reasons. You know, niggas then did it for lesser reasons. I believe that dude he was with, Checkmate, did that stupid shit.
You think?
Shot him
Okay.
because it's the area in your shoulder where you can shoot yourself. It ain't nothing but fat tissue. It'll go in and out or whatever. It's your leg too. Know what I'm saying? But he lucky. I think Checkmate ain't following instructions and that bitch took a left turn in his back or something.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it, because he said it's close to his lung. Um.
Man,
Yeah.
and it looked like a big bullet. It looked like a 357 or something like that. I seen it in the bag and shit. But what's crazy is, you know, this nigga is trying to re-spark a flame and shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he went viral that one time, you know, making it seem like I'm poor little old Hassan. And then once he started getting money, the same people that got him viral and was sending him all that money, he started talking down to him. Y'all broke.
Wow. Okay. I see. I don't know his history. I don't know
Nah,
his
that's
history.
facts though. Nah, he's no pun intended. Because like I think
Mm-hmm.
Hayden sitting in the chat, he's not looking for a payday. But Hassan just lost his monetization right when Skinny lost his, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, and
Wow.
so
But he
yeah,
got
so
it back
dude,
now because people were like
I
donating.
don't know if he did. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't even I don't, I don't
You
know
don't
if he
watch him
got it
anymore.
back. So like he got this, like he was like balling, like he had this thing with Five Guys, like his little understudy, and then like right after you could see Hassan just showing off like at least 30,000. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna do this. Right now he getting his money up, and then I guarantee about April, right when we get our taxes, he gonna try to flex on everybody.
Yup.
Well, let me ask you this. So when he went viral the first time, was it because of the African Bambaataa story, or was it like him just talking about his rap career, or was it him trying to help the community? Because like it's
I mean,
No, you said it
He
right.
was the leader of the dirty sector, though. You know, for a while, he was the leader. Like they already knew his back. Me coming into YouTube. He already on YouTube 2-3 years. You know, when I found him, you get what I'm saying. So he was already just telling his like gang stories, and kind of like, how do I put it? He kind of like was Kwame Brown, but it's no Kwame Brown sector. It was more like sports, government, and black women, like the black community.
mm-hmm.
Hassan was the rap community, the drug community, and like what I'm saying,
Like
like
street
just
stuff.
the
Yeah,
Bronx,
he was getting a
the
little.
Bronx. You can talk about the Bronx River for days if you got stories and like prison stories and shit. He wanted that type, like, so that was his kind of like
Okay.
his
Okay.
Yeah, he
focus,
was
and
getting
like
a little buzz, but what sent him viral is when he went on. I don't know if y'all know who the star is, the old dude
Yeah.
that used to DJ
Mm-hmm.
for Hot 97. He got a podcast, Star Report Show. He
Mm-hmm.
went on there and he broke the story about Bam molesting him, and it was a big thing all in the rap community. People were shocked, like, what the fuck? And then that dude B Stinger came out with him, and then some other people, they filed a class action lawsuit because Hassan switched up his testimony and ain't gonna go forth. The lawsuit fell apart.
What?
Yeah.
oh yeah,
So
that's what I
you
was
already know what
yeah.
happened with that. Somebody got to him and gave him the bag. But this is what I'm saying. This nigga
Wow.
was hanging. This nigga was just hanging, working for Bam a couple years ago, 2018, when the Puerto Rican dude, one of the Puerto Rican kids from the projects, Bam supposed to been molesting. He had got older and saw Bam at a function and Bronx River Project, and he grabbed a knife and stabbed him. You know, Hassan was his security guard then. That was 2018. They got pictures from 2019, 2020, around COVID time, and the projects throwing up the Zulu Nation sign together, hugging and all
Wow.
that shit.
Wow.
Yeah, they online right now.
Hey, I
You gonna
got
type
something
them
else
in and look
for
at it.
you. Ryan just reminded me. So he did have this dude named Derek. I forgot. I think Derek was like a commenter or some shit, or maybe he was kind of like a paneler. I don't know. He met up with Hassan, and it's a whole series about that and the intruder, the home intruder. He said he disarmed him. He was on like some Soldier Boy shit. He described that shit like crazy. And it
What?
was, yeah, like the way he described it, that's what I'm trying to relate it to. When the Soldier Boy was like, yeah, 4-5 niggas, like he did some shit like that. And then there was another incident, I think in the Bronx. He had this green sweatsuit on. This is all I remember. and there was some argument or some shit, and I guess he was about to shoot a nigga, and you could see Hassan going out and pulling out the gun, but he don't do nothing. So like it's like I'm sure it's other shit. I just got to remember it. He
But
had like,
you don't remember what happened with the end of that, right? Remember the dude came forward who was out there with him and said the gun was fake. It was a starter pistol, and then
that's
he
what I'm saying.
came
So yeah,
and
he got a
admitted that
lot
it
of
was
shit.
fake.
Yeah, he got a lot of
Once
other. I
dude
just can't remember right now.
exposed him, he came live and admitted it was fake. The gun was fake and it was a play. Like everything he do is a pump fake.
Wow, that's crazy. So why do people even fucking okay? Again, I mean, I don't know why I'm asking this because people still support Kwame, but why do people still even fuck with him like that? Why even? Or maybe they just
They really
don't.
convinced. They really convinced, man. Like
That's
at first,
crazy.
I was convinced up to the point when I was learning all this shit, and then I like got to hear like the backtrack and shit. So like after a while, you just unfollow it, and then I did, and then I just was like, fuck it.
Okay, and that makes sense. Like once you see who a person is, because you want to think that somebody's wanting to help it and whatnot. But once you see who a person is, like you move accordingly. But a person like me, because I'm like, and I heard you, I saw you in the comments. That you was like, you just use your common sense because I work with clients who have been through sex abuse and traumatized, and it fucked them up. It fucked them up.
But you know why I know why I said that? Because sometimes when we tend to want to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, we remove logic. It happened a lot of times. I see it all in this sector a lot. I see it with Armando. When we may, just want to be down the middle and get somebody a fair shake. But then by doing that, if it don't sound right, that's because it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be hearing like a lot of times, like when you do content like this, you ain't from the streets, but you know when something ain't right. You know when something ain't off because you call it straight out. You just always, back it up by saying I may be wrong, but you be dead on.
I mean, yeah. And I agree. I understand what you're saying completely. But this is a damn shame, though. It's a fucking shame because people really do have long lasting trauma from this stuff, and he's just using it for money. Wow.
Why, like, if you this traumatized over a man, why will you accept a job from him, protecting him from getting shot, hurt, or anything while he do public speakings and engagement? Why would you be hanging with the nigga in the project?
Did he get fired or something? Did he get fired? Is that what happened? Or
nah, because I guessed when the shit, for some reason out of nowhere, he wanted to go on the Star Report and tell and bring the story about Bam putting the sausage in him or whatever. But I believe all that shit was to just put him, because what it was, he was knowingly and linking this man and letting him doing the do. He was with the shits.
What was that after he started a YouTube page? Maybe he did it for
no, that's when he was young. When he met him when he been saying it for community.
No, I mean the Star Report thing. The Star
Report. Yeah, he had a YouTube page by then. Like homie said, that's when he used to talk about jail and the projects, but he hadn't boom. Because if you scroll all, go on his page and scroll all the way down to his videos and scroll up, you can gradually see when he started getting success. Because he was looking dusty. Even the camera he was using looked stupid, like it was Obama phone.
Yeah, he used to wear sweaters and shit.
As time passed, you would see his hair, his braids not dusty and raggedy no more. They done. Next thing you know, he got a chain on, then a ring, then a car. You could gradually see, and then if you look at the titles, you could see as he was delivering that shit about Bam, how lucrative it was becoming. You know what I'm saying?
So he had to keep that money. So he like harped on that, and maybe he saw like, well, if I can't get money any other way, my rap career didn't take off. This is the way I'm gonna get money. So I'm gonna like make it into something that maybe it quite wasn't.
Right. That's what the nigga made. How they say he made lemon out of lemonades, or how they really say that shit. He made the best out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody trying. So he no little motherfucking Puerto Rican dude built like a fucking action figure on stage rapping them stupid ass lyrics. So his shit ain't going nowhere. He got
And okay, and y'all are saying that somebody actually tried to get at Bambaataa, a victim of his,
Yeah.
and
I forget the dude name here, Puerto Rican dude. You can Google the shit. Stabbed him in the shoulder or whatever.
wow.
There was a speaking engagement because Bam used to do like around back to school time.
Oh
He would
gosh.
yeah, and cookouts when school letting out for the kids and giving out backpacks and all that stupid shit. Well, not stupid, but stuff. But
For him to
when
do it is stupid. For anybody, for people to know what he's about and even like let their kids run if they know. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
that's no different than Nino Brown giving out turkeys after he just shot the whole community up and sold coke to everybody, turned everybody into junkies. Now you gonna
right,
give out turkeys? But
right.
yeah, so when he do speaking engagements, because Bam got an agent and all that. He performed at events. He was set to perform at the BET 50 that BET award thing or whatever, but they
What?
took him off. Yeah, they took 1 year. They a couple years ago, but they took him off the ticket because that shit popped up.
Thank you, mathematics. Wow. Okay. And so he was probably doing that like community work to stay in like the good graces of at least some people in the community. You think
Yeah,
that was his?
yeah. I think he was doing it to atone for his sins and to kind
Mhm.
of like mitigate the bad
Yeah.
light that shined
Yeah.
on him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I think that's what he was doing it for. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe it was coming from pure good intentions from the
No.
heart.
No. Right. Right. It can't be. If you're gonna violate, that's horrible. That's horrible. And they should have let that little Puerto Rican dude finish the job. If anything,
For
you
real.
know. Wow.
Yep.
Nah, they
Yeah.
make way too much money. I mean, dead or alive, whoever making their money off of Bam, it's not even a balance. It's just like a. And this was gonna be my point. Hassan loved talking about the Illuminati. I think he just sold his soul. I said that in the comments earlier, but I think he worth just as much money, dead or alive. So they kind of just like let him keep going. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's my idea on it.
That's
But
crazy. That's crazy. This whole is so fucked up. But when it come down to it, it sounds like in Hassan's case, it was the fame and the money that kind of just agreed. Like a lot of people that motivates them and kind of forms who they are.
but
But in the meantime, you still definitely have this dude that's violating children.
You know,
So,
Hassan had went that morning to the projects when he and got shot. He did
mhm.
all that shit. All that shit was set up strategically. He did that shit hoping that his story would Bam would cross heads with Puffy and Diddy and end up on mainstream media.
I didn't understand that. I don't even understand like how he would get mad at that story. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they got to do?
He wasn't mad. What he was doing was causing a hoorah while
Mm-hmm.
that story was trending and relating his story to that story, hoping that some type of way, next thing you know, the Breakfast Club talking about him. A
Mm-hmm.
man gets shot, a YouTuber gets shot, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, and the projects talking about getting molested by Bambaataa at the same time. He was complaining about Puffy and Diddy situation. He was hoping, I'm telling you how that nigga was thinking. He was hoping
Right.
that
Right.
he could have got caught up in the hype. And next thing you know, they on CNN talking about him, local news. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and he
Yeah.
did, like I said, he put the P. Diddy and Cassie thing even in his like video after he got out the hospital. He made sure to put their names in the title. Like, come on.
Who in the fuck in the hospital worrying about what caliber bullet it was? Like, come on, man. That's some silliness. You should be just happy that you made it through. Ain't no,
Right.
look, man. I show you my bullet wound. I've been shot like year 2000 and shit. I got grazed in my head and got shot myself. I still got a bullet in me. I wasn't worrying about what type of caliber it was or who knew
Right.
I could shot. That shit's stupid.
Right.
All that, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going on. He dying off slowly but surely, and he trying to jumpstart what he thought he had or whatever.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
take on it.
Trying to get it back. Trying to get it
Yeah,
back. I'm telling you. But look,
I'm gonna
y'all.
drop now. Thanks for
Yeah.
letting me up, Brown
No
Skin.
problem. Thank you guys for coming up and adding insight to it. I really do appreciate this. And this is kind of stuff like this is really interesting to me. It's sad and it's interesting, and I feel like just really I'm going to look deeper into this stuff because this is interesting to me for sure. Y'all, I know this is not the usual of how how I rock out, but this stuff it does hit home. Not for me, I haven't been through anything like that, but still I see children all the time going through stuff like that. Just like when I first got motivated to talk about Kwame, it was because I felt like he was using underprivileged children. And y'all know I love the babies. I love the babies. You know, so to hear somebody use a very serious subject just for monetary gain that shit is horrible. It's fucking horrible. So I know this has been going on for a while and I'm playing catch up, but I really am interested in this and digging deeper. So, but I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, mathematics. Yeah. So I guess in a way this is kind of working for him because you got more people who didn't even know anything really about him looking into it. So I'm just interested in like following the timeline and looking back. I am going to look back through the videos and look at I think Ryan said there's a documentary. Or I'm gonna look up this video and yeah, Layla Willa. Look up that Bambata scam. Oh, Layla Wheels. Hassan Campbell. Got it. Oh wow, he looked way different just 2 years ago. You sub up to her. Hold on, and African Bambata, he was on DJ Vlad too. Let me add this to my watch list. Yeah. So thank you guys for rocking out. Layla Williams. I got it. Okay, y'all. Well, look, hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Let me see what else is going on in these screens. Oh, TY. I think TY is live right now. He should be. He said 6:30. Let me see. Oh, no, it's okay. 7:30. Y'all make sure y'all check out TY on the group podcast. He's going live at 7:30 now, Eastern Standard Time. So, anyways, y'all, love y'all. Until next time, y'all. Ciao, bye.